Srixon ZXi7 is a player's iron with tour shaping that offers a high level of control. With a slim profile and muscle back cavity construction, it's the most players-oriented model in the ZXi line, geared towards low handicappers. Compared to its predecessor, the ZX7 Mark II, the ZXi7 is designed to improve on feel and get even more speed off of the face with new eye-forged technology. It has been in the bag of some tour players, including Kevin Kisner and Shane Lowry. In this video, we'll conduct a comprehensive and concise review of the ZXi7 iron. We'll explore how it performs in key performance categories, how it compares to other iron models, which type of golfer it's best suited for, and if it's actually worth putting in the bag. Full disclosure, unless otherwise indicated, stock shafts and stock grips are used when we evaluate clubs. In most cases, the golf clubs reviewed by Golfstead are acquired temporarily for testing purposes and are not purchased. The review that follows is based on the personal experience and research of the author. Because everyone's swing and body are different, results with a particular club may differ from person to person. For a more detailed review of this club, we recommend checking out our blog post linked in the description. First up is the consensus. The ZXi7 iron won a gold medal on the Golf Digest 2025 Hot List and has been received positively by critics and consumers, with a 4.8 out of 5 rating on the Srixon website. In terms of positives, people like the incredible soft feel, compact shape, excellent turf interaction, and exceptional strike feedback. On the other hand, when it comes to negatives, there are some who have had bad experiences with customer service, and the looks aren't as slim as some would like. Now let's summarize some of the key features of the ZXi7 iron. 1. Eye forged. The ZXi7 irons are made via a condensed forging process using S15C steel for the face, which is 7% softer than the face of the ZX7 Mark II. The softer face material is made possible due to added strength in the hosel region. 2. Tungsten weighting. This is used to precisely position the center of gravity for optimal overall performance. 3. Pure frame. A special ridge forged into the iron right behind the sweet spot results in a soft yet solid feel at impact with minimal vibrations. This ridge is larger and more expanded compared to the previous generation, resulting in better feel, control, and stability. 4. Tour VT sole. A V-shaped sole with higher bounce on the leading edge and lower bounce on the trailing edge is designed to glide through the turf so that hitting behind the ball is much less penalizing. 5. Progressive grooves. Grooves become sharper, narrower, and deeper in the 8 to approach wedge in order to generate maximum spin and stopping power. The 3 to 7 irons have wider grooves designed for longer shots. Srixon uses a condensed forging process to both enhance feel and maintain strength. First, a series of raised features are imprinted into each iron shape by hydraulic dies. A second forge is then applied to condense these protrusions back into the club head, reinforcing targeted areas for strength without diminishing overall feel. The ZXi7 iron comes in the 4 iron through the approach wedge. The stock shaft is the True Temper Dynamic Gold Mid 115, and the stock grip is the Golf Pride Tour Velvet 360. The specs of the iron are shown in the image on your screen and can alternatively be viewed in the written review linked in the description. Next, let's look at the actual performance of the ZXi7 iron. In our field test, we were seeing, on average, a slight increase in ball speeds of 0.5 miles per hour compared to the ZX7 Mark II. Carry distances were up by only a couple yards. This player's iron is pretty middle of the road when it comes to speed and distance, but it's such that gapping is predictable and results are repeatable. The ZXi7 appears to be a bit less forgiving than the ZX7 Mark II overall. Dispersions are similar, but we found the ZXi7 to lose a couple yards more distance on mishits compared to center strikes. Launch is mid, but about half a degree higher than the ZX7 Mark II. Spin is 50 to 100 RPMs lower on average, resulting in a slightly more penetrating flight. There is plenty of stopping power into greens. short irons are very precise. We find the long irons to be a little more accessible than the previous generation. The ZXi7 is very playable out of a variety of lies, and the irons are also very workable. Next up are the looks. The ZXi7 iron doesn't reinvent the wheel, with the blade shape, top line thickness, and sole width being very similar to its predecessor. One notable difference is that the long and mid irons, 3 to 6, have 0.1 mm to 0.2 mm more offset than the ZX7 Mark II. With a traditional compact blade shape and thin but not too thin top line, the ZXi7 iron clearly suits the eye of better players, but at the same time, it's not so slim as to be intimidating. In addition, most people will like the chrome aesthetic, which gives the iron a vibe that is clean, sleek, and professional. What about sound and feel? Feel is probably the standout aspect of the ZXi7 iron. Through a new eye forging process, Srixon has incorporated S15 steel with this model, which is the softest steel they've ever used in a forged Srixon iron. The result, in our experience, is an incredible soft, buttery feel that is also solid and pure. We also find that there are less impact vibrations. The ZXi7 is undoubtedly one of the best-feeling players' irons of the 2025 season. The sound at impact, particularly when struck in the sweet spot, is crisp, nicely balanced, and of medium loudness. Turf interaction is smooth and consistent. Now let's sum up this review. The Srixon ZXi7 iron is not all that different from the ZX7 Mark II, with the exception of the new eye-forged tech, which leads to a noticeably softer, better feel at impact. While there are some small differences noted in our evaluation of its performance, it's hard to say if this reflects true inherent differences or just boils down to natural variation from shot to shot. In its own right, the ZXi7 is an excellent player's iron, geared towards skilled players who seek tour-preferred looks, precise workability, and a pure player's feel. Evaluating the ZXi7 based on distance, forgiveness, playability, looks, sound, and feel, we give it a score of 9.2 out of 10. Check out the blog post linked in the description for more details. If you're interested in checking out the ZXi7 irons and potentially making a purchase, we have included links in the description below to some of the best places to buy them. Click them to check current availability and pricing. If you have any questions or comments, or if you want to share your personal experience with the ZXi7 irons, feel free to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you're notified as soon as a new video drops. Until next time.